Oh yeah. All right. So I guess we'll get this thing started. Let me see. Do y'all have any schedules up
Oh, let me see.
team
Yeah, I
wise? I'm
got one.
putting mine up right now.
I got my FSU schedule. Yeah, let me look it up here.
I'm gonna pull up Alabama's schedule. I hope I had all this set up already.
Yeah, I got them all. I'm pretty sure right here. Let's see.
Hey, y'all heard anything from Tony?
Nah,
Oh, here we go. What I got here.
Okay.
Yeah, I got the Florida State schedule up here. I
Oh,
get Bama too.
okay. Okay, everybody can see it.
yeah.
Yeah. Now I'm at work
Huh?
now,
Yeah,
so
yeah,
if
you
my
got
camera get to doing something crazy now, just understand I'm at work,
Uh-huh.
gotcha.
but I can
I
hear you.
know Alabama is projected not to even make the playoff by
Yeah,
some
that's
of
cause crazy
And
talk.
yeah. A lot of them are predicting us not to make it. I don't think we're gonna go undefeated, but
No.
I'm pretty sure we're
how
good enough
many
to make the playoff.
how many games you think they losing?
Um,
Well, which games you think they losing?
if anything, I say either Ole Miss or either Georgia. Ole Miss is supposed to be pretty good this year.
Uh, yeah,
Georgia gonna
but
be a toss up because we played Georgia early.
Yeah,
true. At home, though. You got them at home.
yeah, but we got them. I'm trying to see. Do we got them right after? Yeah, I know
You
we
get
played
a
Wisconsin
you get a bye
before
week
then.
before you get Georgia.
Well, yeah, that should help out. The reason
Yeah.
why I say 10-2 because I don't think it's gonna be good for them to go play Oklahoma and then come home and play Auburn. Now, one of them games might be a problem.
Yeah. Yeah. Not Auburn this year. I would go with two losses minimum. I would go. They say Georgia a toss up because it's early. That's why I give Georgia the benefit with the new coaching staff at Alabama. Georgia, I feel like is just going to be kind of a little bit more prepared. Bama has the advantage at home, but I feel like that and going to Tennessee this year. I don't know it depends on what they look like. What they're a little later. I feel like Tennessee might be another one, and like you said, I don't think Oklahoma or Auburn's really going to be a problem. I look more maybe LSU being at Death Valley, especially if it's a night game.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I forgot all about LSU.
Yeah,
And think about it. I don't know if y'all noticed that the top 10 offensive line, well, actually, out of the top 15 offensive line in the country, 10 of them are coming out the SEC.
yeah, of course that makes
So
sense.
it's gonna be tough.
Uh-huh.
But like I say, all
Yeah.
you got to do, but not usually. It, I used to be concerned about winning every game, but now you really don't have to win every game. You just got to get into the playoff.
Man, no. I don't think anybody gonna go undefeated in the Big Ten or the SEC. And you might get one team in each of those conferences with one loss. That's why I feel like minimum two losses. Shoot, the second, third best team in the SEC might have 3, 4 losses. Might at least three, probably.
Yeah, probably.
Well, let me ask this
So
question: how many SEC teams you think gonna make the playoffs?
four,
Uh, 4.
me, yeah, I say four.
Well,
Mm.
I don't know. I say
That's me.
3.
I don't know.
You got to look at it because, I mean, the SEC going to beat up on each other, but also the other leagues going to beat up on each other. Also, I mean,
Right.
the Big Ten, they got to play each other as well. So
Hmm?
I'm
Big
thinking
Ten.
probably, I would say 4, maybe 5.
I don't know. You got to get the other teams in.
Right.
Yeah,
See.
I mean, but how they fall though, it depends on where they lose at.
Yeah, and
True.
I guess it depends on who you losing to too.
Mm-hmm.
Because if just say Alabama lose to Georgia and just say Oklahoma, I say they're pretty much gonna get in.
Without getting to the SEC championship.
Yeah. I only think you got to win the SEC, but the only thing
Right.
about it, you're gonna have to play 5 games.
Yeah.
Depending on where Alabama is ranked when they play Oklahoma, because if they rank like, let's say they rank 5, then Oklahoma just have a horrible season and they lose to Oklahoma, then they might be out. They may drop out of the. I mean, if Oklahoma beat Alabama, they might push Alabama out of the top 12.
Yeah.
No, I would say, I feel like if Alabama, I say if you get four solid teams in the SEC, you're gonna have the SEC champion. You're gonna have the loser of the SEC championship, more than likely. Then you're gonna have probably, I don't know, that to me, those 2 teams will be Alabama, Georgia, or Texas, in my opinion. So 2 of those 3 will be SEC championship players. You put those 2 in, then like I said, out of those 3, you'll have the third one. So that's basically Texas, Alabama, Georgia. Then the 4th team to me, they'll be looking at, could be LSU, could be Tennessee, 4th best team in the SEC. I feel like that's a cutoff of all your SEC teams in there. You're gonna have the same problem with the Big Ten. You're gonna have the two teams that play in the Big Ten championship. So then the 3rd best team now in the Big Ten, it's an easy shoe in. Possibly a 4th Big Ten team. I don't know about that. Maybe 4 Big Ten. But shoot, that's 7 to 8 of your teams right there. Then you got to include the other 2 Power 5, Power 4 conferences, whatever. So you're going to have the Big 12 and the ACC. My opinion, personally, I feel like this could be the best year for the ACC. I think they're going to go out kind of like the Pac-12 did. I think they're going to all of a sudden have a bunch of solid, decent teams. So you might get 2 ACC teams or 2 Big 12 teams in. And then you got the group of 5 still. I feel like that just about, because that's about 11 teams I would have covered. So I don't know if they're going to try to squeeze in, like you say, Missouri Missouri, like say Missouri is the 4th or 5th best team in the SEC. They're going to have a weak schedule. They have one of the weakest schedules.
Can you pull up the SEC schedule by week?
Yeah, I was wondering. I can kind of look team by team, but if you can put them all up, I feel like you might just get 4 solid ones. Bama's gonna be one of them. 4 solid SEC teams in there.
Let me see, SEC. Well, actually, 4 is good though.
Oh yeah.
I mean, considering we used to get 2.
Oh man, yeah. What is right now? I believe out of the top 10, what is it? 5 of them are SEC in the top 10 right now. 4 or 5.
Yeah, I think it
right
is
now.
5.
Gee.
And they give me a long list instead of having them compacted.
No, I mean that was good. I was just gonna, break it down by week.
Okay, but we got teams.
Yeah, you have the team schedule. I'm about to look at Missouri.
Yeah, team schedule.
look at all.
Like I say, basically, man, basically everybody got 2, I guess, give me wins pretty much.
Mm.
So basically, gonna come down to who you lost to, and with the addition of Oklahoma and Texas, any win over them is gonna put you over the top. So it's gonna come down to the point that somebody go knock out one of these little mid-major teams. Cause just say if Michigan's sitting there at the end, who you rather see in the tournament? Cause wait a minute, do the mid-majors, do they get like an automatic bid? Or it's gonna go by a schedule?
If you go, you saying if they
if they say they win a conference, they don't get, do they get an automatic bid?
That's
into
automatic.
Automatic.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
And to me, like I said, that's pretty automatic. If even the loser of that SEC championship game, pretty much automatic to get in. My opinion.
So they still have automatic bids with this 12.
Yeah, it is clearly automatic. It is a automatic bid when you win your conference championship for all Power 4 conferences. That's automatic.
oh well.
Now in the SEC and Big Ten, they're gonna be looking at those tough schedules.
Zoom in on that.
They won't let me zoom in.
Oh, I can.
Got so many teams on there.
Just go where it says 84%. Go zoom in.
Yeah, I see it. Can y'all see it?
No,
A little, but not that well. My eyes ain't that good.
Oh, look. Yeah, it's at 100%, right? Let me go a little high.
Yeah, that's good. That's better.
Okay, yeah, we just have to stroll.
But shoot.
Let me see.
Let's go there first. The first 3 weeks. What do we got?
Let me see. You know, I only count the West Kentucky game. South Florida might be a little rough.
South Florida, no, not this year. Y'all got them at home.
At home. Okay, but see, I didn't even know we had that bye week before the Georgia game.
Yeah, you got the bye week. True, and Wisconsin, unless y'all looking rough against USF, which I doubt that's gonna happen.
Well, I tell you, one team ain't got to worry about getting in, and that's Florida.
No, Florida ain't got no chance.
They're not with that schedule.
Nope.
What's going on, Tony? We were looking for you. Can you hear us?
Your mic on, Tony?
What's going on, fellas? I hear you.
Oh, okay.
All right,
I was watching the game. I don't want to be too loud. So
we dissect them. Okay, I say I give us 3 at the most, but no, I say we might get 12 teams. I say 4. I give us 4 teams.
4 teams in, yeah.
Okay. Let me pull up this. So basically, the ACC is just a 2-team. It's basically between Florida State and
Clemson or Miami.
Clemson.
Yeah, I think Clemson gonna have a down year. I don't know why they're giving them the credit. They've been adding a loss every year, getting an extra loss. I think they're out. Miami might bust through this year. I think they're one of those top offensive lines you're talking about. They're probably a top 15 offensive line in the country too.
And don't they start off? That's right. They play in Dublin this year.
Florida State play in Dublin. Miami started out with Florida, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me see. Yeah, so they got Georgia Tech first and Boston College, Memphis, California. Yeah, this schedule really is soft.
It's soft compared to the SEC, but it's tricky now. It ain't no gimme. It ain't like last year.
Okay, they play.
Memphis
I think
is probably
Clemson gonna make it. I think Clemson gonna make it.
I don't see it.
Well, yeah,
outright.
you can count.
Just outright.
Clemson
Just outright because they ain't got nobody to play. I think their
Cle-
toughest game is the first game
Hey,
of the year,
click
probably.
on Clemson and see what their
Yeah, I'm
schedule
about to
looks
see Clemson.
They probably got that probably their hardest game, the first game of the season.
Yeah, that probably is. You ain't lying. And
For the
South
second,
Carolina,
yeah,
maybe.
then South
Yeah.
Carolina, it'll be always a tough one, rival at the end of the year. But I
The
don't
problem,
unless the wheels fall off. But I don't think I think they're gonna.
the problem with Clemson is there's zero transfers. Dabo has got the worst mindset of any coach in all of college football with zero transfers coming to his school. He's gonna have a lot of holes. He's gonna have a lot of holes, and
Yeah,
that's
he's
why
got
they
to
keep.
figure. Yeah, they got to figure that out too. Yeah, you're
Yeah,
right about that.
that's why they
You're
keep
right about
losing
that.
another extra game every year because he can't get players. They leave his school, but he can't get them to replace them.
Okay, they got Georgia and Florida State within the first 5 games. I don't know anything about NC State.
Nah, they ain't ready yet. They
So
ain't.
can
I think
y'all
that was
see
a.
everything I'm seeing on strolling up?
Yep, I think
Yeah,
NC State was a one-hit wonder.
I don't
yeah.
see anything. I'm still seeing what's the name.
I tell you, in the ACC, it's only gonna be FSU, Miami, Clemson, Virginia Tech. They got the most production coming back, I think, in the country. So maybe Virginia Tech. Other than
Yeah,
that, that's about it. They ain't nobody else there.
yeah. I think I'm still gonna ride with old Clemson. I'm gonna ride with old Dabo till they
I
run him
try.
up out of there. I'm gonna run with. I'm gonna ride with Dabo until they run him
That's
up out
right
of
it
there.
down right
So what
there.
y'all?
That's not a bad idea.
So what y'all think about Louisville?
That was a one-hit wonder.
I
But
think it was
that's
a
a good
one-hit wonder.
coach. It's a good
Good
coach,
coach.
though. Yeah,
Good coach. But I
Was
still think it's a
Louisville?
one-hit
I
wonder.
agree. Same with Missouri. One-hit wonder.
Oh, I don't know about
I don't
that
know
one.
about that.
I
Yeah, I
know
don't know about
y'all.
that one.
I don't know
Nah.
about that.
What
I
did?
don't
How
know
many
about
wins
that
did?
one.
How many wins did they have the year before?
I don't know about that one.
I think they
I,
had like 4 or 5 wins the year before.
I there's a few
But
folks that really
ever
think
since Missouri been in the SEC, they've been to the SEC championship twice.
Yeah,
I mean
in like
they've been a
15, 20
perennial
years. In like
in the
15
East.
years.
and this is their year. They think they're gonna get there again.
And that's the reason that they made it because they
And
was in the East, and
yeah,
Georgia wasn't
Yeah,
even
that's
there.
exactly
Then
why.
right.
Georgia
But
wasn't real. In now Georgia's real.
but now they thinking that's and I can see people are pulling for them to be that other team because they're not in the East. Because now even if they did play Georgia, I'm not sure what their schedule look like, but if they played Georgia, it wouldn't hurt them in the East.
Let's
They
see.
can probably still lose to Georgia, and I still think they're one of the top teams in the SEC. I think that if one of them teams,
Mhm.
what y'all saying, 4 or 5 in this playoffs, I think you might want to include Missouri in that 4 or 5. If
They
they in
got.
that 12, that's
They
what I
might
think.
have they might have the softest schedule in the SEC. I was saying
Yeah,
before.
exactly.
Really, all they got is Alabama. So I feel like their strength of
Yes.
schedule isn't going to be as
Yes.
great. So that means to me they have to lose no more than 2 games
Yep.
to
And
get
then if
in.
they play Oklahoma, do they play Oklahoma at the end of the year? I think
Yeah, they play in the middle of the year.
middle of the
Mhm.
year. Yeah, I did look at their
Mm.
schedule. Yeah, but I think they're gonna. I think they got a good shot. They got a really good shot to be in Atlanta because of the schedule.
Mhm.
The way the
Louisville?
games fall.
I
They
mean,
got a good.
It's a good
Missouri.
point. Yeah, Missouri.
Well, yeah, they expect to be. I know
They got a
been
good
expected
shot.
to have a good team, but
Yeah,
Well, you said they got a good shot to be in Atlanta.
In Atlanta, that final game,
no.
I don't
I
see
think
that
they do.
happening.
I
I
don't
think
think
they
they're gonna
got a
be the
shot.
top two. They ain't
I
gonna be
think
the
they got
top
a
two in
shot.
the SEC.
I think
Yeah,
they got a shot, man. And the
they
reason why I say that
the
they got a shot is
schedule.
because I think the SEC, we're gonna beat each other up because we play. We got not Texas. We got Oklahoma. We got Georgia. Then Georgia got who they play. They got they may actually be the number one, but anyway, um,
Hmm.
Ole Miss. They're not gonna be a slot. I think they're gonna be pretty decent this year. Long as Lane Kiffin don't look stupid. I hope the coaching come through, but I think Ole Miss will be back. Not too much worried about Arkansas this year. I think they're in a rebuild mode a little bit. The offensive line a little bit not as strong. Young quarterback, but I do believe Missouri is gonna have something to say about this in Atlanta. I do believe it's gonna come down to them, us, Georgia,
What
I
about
wanna
Kentucky?
I want to throw Kentucky, but that Kentucky team was when they like heavy senior last year or heavy.
Yeah,
Um, I don't know. I can't. I don't know if Kentucky can do it 2 years in a row.
Yeah, I don't see
Man, I
Kentucky
I
don't
don't know if
pushing
they can
that.
do it 2 years in a row.
I
They
don't even
scared us.
recall about them last year. How did they do last year?
Mid,
Kentucky, they did all right. I mean,
Yeah.
they was in the
I
running
think
I think
for.
eight
I think
wins,
they
something like
lost
that.
three or
Yeah,
four.
right at the
Yeah,
end.
I think
Yeah, it
eight
got
wins.
rough on
Yeah,
them at the end. Yeah, but I think they had some injuries too at the end too.
they had that running back that
Yeah,
was killing it. He was
yeah.
there all year. I don't think he's there this year, but he was there all year. I think that was the main reason that they had such a great season. I
Then
don't
you
know if
got
they're going to do that
See,
again.
then you got Texas. I mean, and see, the only thing Missouri played Texas.
No, they
That's
don't. Missouri
what I'm trying
plays
to say.
like you said.
They just
Yeah, I
The
don't
got
three
think
they
they
got
do.
their three
the
toughest games is
they got the easiest route. So that's what I'm trying to
three
say.
toughest games
Everybody else got to play the
Alabama.
big dogs, except
Yeah,
everybody else got to play the big dogs except for them. So if they can win all the way through,
that's a
and maybe
tough
lose
ask.
one.
Still,
But I
you talking
doubt
about
it
it?
though.
It's not like Missouri is Alabama. I mean, they're
Yeah,
not.
so
They don't have the talent to just run through a schedule. I
I agree, but
I
but
don't
that's
know.
but if you go back and look at that team from last year, they brought a lot of
Yeah,
folks back too.
they brought some, but that star
Yeah,
running back that they had a star running back too. He's gone. He was killing it the end of the season.
yeah, I
He's
think they're
gone.
gonna.
Their quarterback's all right. The defense is mid. Nothing amazing. And the SEC offense is powerhouse this year. They're gonna have to stop some folks. I
I
feel
agree.
like if they're gonna
I mean,
win
I
some
mean, that's
games.
everybody going to stop somebody. I will tell you, for the Crimson Tide, that's going to be our problem. So I think
Yeah.
so.
that's going to be our problem, stopping other teams. I mean, we got a very young defense. I think it's going to take them some time to grow. I'm not saying it can't happen at the end of the year, but at the beginning of the year, I think it's going to be some growing pains on that back end. Ooh,
Probably right. Because what I
Duke is going
saw
to be
in the
some growing
spring
pains
game,
on the.
offense looked pretty good, but defense
Hmm.
wasn't nothing to write home about.
No, it was not. I think
Mm.
we're gonna have to try to really truly out. I mean, do what Washington Huskies did last year. We're gonna just outscore you, Jack.
I agree. I think, and they can though, but I don't know what I don't know about. I gotta check on the receiver game, but I feel like you saying they have one of the best offensive lines in the country. They might be rushing for 200 plus yards every 250 yards a
Oh yeah,
game
we got a couple good
with
backs. I
Milrow
think
and
it's
some
like three or four.
backs.
Yeah, we got some
Exactly.
backs. Yeah, we got a couple good backs. The receiver core is still young. I can't remember what's the
Mm.
kid name. Um, and I think he's a junior, maybe a junior, maybe a redshirt sophomore. But anyway, I
Mm,
can't remember his name. But he's like probably the veteran because everybody else gone.
mhm. Now, what's Texas schedule like? Were you pulling their schedule up? I feel like that to me.
Man, that's what I'm
That
trying to say.
yeah.
I think Texas got some tough games. I don't look for them to go undefeated.
No.
That's what I'm saying. I think they may
But
lose
Texas?
two
No,
in
they
the
ain't going.
SEC. I think they may lose two just in the SEC,
Yeah. I
just two
think
in the SEC alone.
the best team in the SEC. I mean, it's hard to go against Georgia. Georgia might have the best chance to lose one game. Everybody is losing a game, at least one,
Oh yeah, I
maybe
think
two.
everybody in the country gonna lose a game. I
Yeah,
don't care.
everybody
I
in the
don't even care
country.
about Ohio State. On the preview, I see that might not lose a game. Would be the Oregon Ducks. That's
Yeah, I
it.
agree. I agree.
Would be the
Actually,
Oregon Ducks. That's
I
the
think
only one.
Oregon has the best chance.
I think going down at least once.
Mhm.
Everybody
I
else.
think Oregon has the
Yeah.
best combination of offense and defense in the country
Yeah.
right now.
Other than
And
that,
line of
everybody else
scrimmage.
going down once, at least
Line of
once.
scrimmage. Yeah.
Let me
Hmm.
see. Texas, yeah, they got Georgia, Oklahoma back to back. They got Mississippi State. I don't know what Mississippi State gonna look like this year. But know what?
Yeah,
Texas schedule isn't that bad.
right. But I
You
still
got
Texas,
think Georgia gonna get them. And they
uh,
play
maybe.
Oklahoma.
yeah.
Um,
I think that Texas A&M rivalry at the end
yep,
might get them. That coming back this year, that
yep.
might be a
And I
tough
think
one. It's at Texas A&M.
it's in Texas A&M, the 12th man.
Mhm.
Yep,
That's true.
Yeah, they at Texas.
yep.
Forget about that.
And just
Man.
and it's just nothing against Stark in Texas, but um, last year and the year before that, whatever last year, um, they were very lucky to be in the Big 12 because they came very close to losing quite a few
Yes.
games, and I don't think they can do that. Have a down
Right.
week in the SEC like that
Nope.
and expect to win against some of the SEC talent. I don't think that'll happen. If
That's
they come
Will
up
season.
short like that they did in the Big 12 and had to pull some victories out late, I don't think that'll
Mhm.
happen in the SEC.
People
Not every
forget
week.
about that. Talking
Yeah.
about certain teams having close calls. Texas had plenty of
Yeah, I
close
know. I'm talking
calls
about, yeah, they
with
had plenty
teams that
close
was
calls. Yes.
extremely inferior to them.
Yep.
Well,
in
you
the
got to
Big
look at
12.
this. If you come into the SEC for your first year and you only lose 2 games, that's really good.
Well,
If
yeah,
so,
that's good. Ain't no
That's
doubt. No doubt.
that's really
So,
good.
yeah.
no doubt.
That means you way ahead of schedule if you only lose 2 games, especially if them losses come to somebody like Alabama or Georgia.
But but their schedule, in the other than Texas A&M, I mean, they got Georgia. Other than that, I mean, in the SEC, true tough games. I mean, they got Florida at home. That ain't gonna be nothing. Florida ain't nothing this year to me.
Mm.
Arkansas, that's the second worst team in the conference. Vanderbilt, that's the worst team
Yeah,
in the
that's the
conference.
worst.
Anybody can beat Vanderbilt. So really, it's just Kentucky, A&M, Georgia. I guess they do have Mississippi State, but they're about the third or fourth worst team in the conference.
They don't play Oklahoma?
Well, they got Michigan.
Yeah, but that's normal. Yeah, they got Oklahoma, but that's a
okay.
regular.
Okay.
They
Well, I'm
always
just saying, but
they
that
always
game
up
is
for that.
always
That's a
always
toss up.
close. Yeah,
Yeah,
toss
that's
up.
always
Yeah.
a toss up. Yeah,
Always
But
a
yeah, they
toss
got
up. Man.
They
Oklahoma.
lost Oklahoma last year, didn't they?
yeah, that was the other one
Mhm.
lost.
Yep.
Yeah,
They
Oklahoma.
are. That
And
game
that
will get
game's
them.
always at a neutral site, no matter what. So it don't even matter where that's at.
But I don't know. Is it gonna be a neutral site still since they're in the SEC now?
Yeah, they said they
yeah.
still the Red River rivalry. Yeah, in
Oh yeah.
Dallas.
Texas ain't finna. Are you kidding me? I mean, it would take. I don't know what the contract is on that
Right.
deal, but that's a lot of money up
They
in
make
North.
hell of
The North.
money there.
That is a lot of money. They're not finna give up that money.
Well, you think they'll make
Yeah.
more money as a campus on campus? You
But
would think.
that area, the state.
Yeah, that
Okay,
Dallas
well, yeah,
game.
Yeah, that's devastating.
The
Yeah,
state.
it's gonna be
The
it's
two
gonna be
states.
serious. Uh-huh.
That
Yeah, I see.
stadium and the fair. The fair,
That's
the
right.
carnival, all
It's a
that crap
whole
is up there.
weekend.
That's
You're
money.
right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like it just ain't a whole weekend. It's a whole week.
Yeah, you're right. That is. It's like a whole
It's a
week.
whole
Yeah.
week.
And well, they got Michigan week number 2, so
Yeah, out of conference. That out of
Yeah.
conference is that's kind of tough. Them and Colorado State. To
Yeah.
start with Colorado State, hopefully they can kind of ease through that. But then at
Oh, yeah.
Michigan.
I don't
At
think they're gonna have the
Michigan.
manpower to stand up to Texas.
Who that?
But again,
Colorado State.
No,
Texas
Texas
defense
and
was young
Michigan.
last year.
Oh, I
They're
think
not
Texas
losing a
gonna-
lot. They're not
I think
losing a
Texas
whole
gonna
lot.
get Michigan. I think they're gonna
Texas?
get Michigan. Yeah, I think
Texas is not. I feel like they bringing back a pretty good amount of talent.
Yeah,
And then
they are.
Michigan lost all their talent. And
Yeah.
I mean, like everything. So
They lost a bit. They lost quite a bit. That's why I say I don't
And-
think they're gonna be.
mhm.
I mean,
My
'cause,
opinion,
Harbaugh was heavy. He had
Right.
senior. He had heavy senior, and those guys have been with Harbaugh basically almost 4 years, just about all of them, just about.
and that
In
coaching
4
staff
years.
lost them all.
Yep.
So, but I mean, Michigan. That's the thing about the Big Ten. I feel like Texas might just kind of offensively blow them out because the Big Ten offense was. I mean, unless they do something different this year, the offense is just not existent in the Big Ten. Other than Oregon now getting added, maybe some USC, but the
It's gonna be
offense
good
is
now.
there.
Now the Big Ten gonna be good.
They're gonna be good
Oh, man, I'm gonna be all
defensively.
over the man. I'm gonna be all over the Big Ten.
Defensively, but
No,
offensively.
I'm just talking about the games.
Oh yeah. Now
The games of the Big Ten gonna be
you
nasty.
add USC and Oregon. I really want to see how they're going to match up against those big boys in Iowa, the big boys in Penn State. I want to see how they're going to match up with those defenses because, I mean, watching the Big Ten last year was like, I mean, I could barely keep my eyes open. Everything was just all defense. I'm like, man, can somebody get some offensive play? Even Ohio State.
Well, that conference actually make defense look pretty good, especially them
Yeah.
cold winter games.
They do. The
So
defense
that's-
I'll get just stout.
And this is my favorite team to see. Yeah, y'all see Colorado. I mean Colorado.
Oh yeah.
Man, what y'all think about them?
Please, y'all tell me.
Well,
Is it
Prime
Colorado?
Prime and
Yeah.
the crew.
Yeah, I don't know yet.
I don't-
Man.
well, look,
They might lose to North Dakota State.
No, man, stop.
Wait a
Stop.
second.
Man, stop. They better not lose North Dakota State. They better not, man. Stop. Man, they
They
better
better
not.
beat Nebraska though.
Whoa. I'm
It's
gonna tell you right
What is
now.
Matt Rule been talking?
I'm gonna tell you right
True.
now. I'm trying to tell you right now. That team right there you just said, Nebraska. Oh, look out. I think they're gonna be the surprise of the season. I ain't trying to talk about no playoffs or whatever, but I think they're gonna surprise a lot of folks. Primetime could be
Mhm.
one of them. Them Buffaloes could be one of them, but that quarterback they got, that kid is pretty bad. That kid is pretty nasty.
But you gotta look at the whole team though, man.
I
You
Oh.
hope
know,
so.
I am gonna look at that whole team, and that all Matt Rule needs is a quarterback, man. He gonna give him some playmaking. Matt
Mhm.
Rule gonna get man. He get him a quarterback. Look what he did down in Waco.
And he got
What he did in Waco. Waco, really?
Yeah.
Waco, Texas. Baylor. He had a quarterback. What? Come on, man. He had a quarterback
I
and some
think-
weapons. And
I
put
think
some
they can
five
make it
deep.
to the championship game though.
I
Come on,
think they
man.
could make it. I think they could be.
It's
Shoot,
about to
they
be-
could make. I could see him making it to 10 wins, getting close to a playoff berth.
you talking about Nebraska or Colorado?
Mhm.
Colorado.
Nebraska.
Oh,
I
you
was
said
talking
Colorado
Nebraska.
get 10 wins?
No, I was talking about
No.
Nebraska.
Oh,
Yeah,
no,
I think
Colorado. No, Colorado ain't getting no 10 wins.
Colorado get about 5 or 6.
No, I don't know about that, man. I don't, what they got last year? 5?
4.
four.
Four, yeah.
They gotta. He
They
gotta.
should have had 6.
Oh, you
should
think
have.
who they should have beat?
USC was number 1. They should have beat USC.
Oh well, yeah.
That game they blew
Stanford was
Stanford.
one of them.
Yeah,
They should
Stanford.
have beat. They all that back and forth with USC. You mean to tell me y'all couldn't stop them? All they need to do is stop them like one time in the second half. They couldn't
And don't
stop
forget,
Caleb Williams one
They
time.
could have easily lost to Colorado State. Was it that game that they was up? We was up till 1 in the morning watching. What was
Yeah.
I thought
that
they
game
did
we
lose to
was up there?
Colorado State. They beat
No,
Colorado.
they
No.
beat Colorado State.
They
Oh, they did
barely
beat
did
them?
though.
Okay.
They
Yeah, they
should
barely, yeah.
could have lost.
Yeah.
He got to get the up front. He got to get some players up front, man.
Oh
They-
yeah, well
they
he gonna get
soft.
that. He gonna get that. I think he gonna get that eventually.
This year.
I
He
just-
got to get it.
I saw the interview with they interviewed Warren Sapp. He had one on YouTube. I had forgot he was there coaching the defensive line.
Mhm.
He talking about they say they got a lot of depth, something they didn't have last year.
Okay.
But no, I think they were like I think what they did last year probably gonna be the best thing for them. The best. I don't look for them to do anything this year.
I honestly.
But the Big 12
Not
is
really.
open for him though. Whatever they want to call that conference now, Big 12. It's open for him. Everybody, a lot of people
You
are looking
think-
for them to be top 2, top 3 team at the end of the season in that conference.
think this conference is easier than what they had last year.
Big 12?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Since
It's pretty
Oklahoma
close.
left, Texas left. Yeah.
Yeah, but last year, yeah, I guess they didn't have USC and Oregon,
Yeah.
but still,
And then they ain't gotta play, they ain't gotta play USC, they ain't gotta play
Yeah.
Oregon. So yeah, this conference they coming. Who they got? Was it Boys Idaho in this conference now? I don't even know when the conference they done changed up so much.
yeah, the
It's kinda
best
hard to keep up.
teams they got is like Oklahoma. They got Oklahoma State, Utah,
Now Utah might give them the business.
Nebraska. Yeah, Arizona. They
Utah
Kansas
might give them the
State.
business.
What are they? The Big 12 now?
Yeah, the
Yeah,
Big 12.
still the Big 12.
Kansas was
Right.
decent last year too. Now
Now they better not
Kansas,
walk, they
yeah.
better not sleep on Kansas State either. They got to play
Kansas
Kansas State.
Kansas State might be the best team in that conference right
Yeah,
now.
Kansas
Them and
State and
Utah?
Kansas, they better watch out.
Yeah,
They show up in Manhattan if they want to, slipping in Kansas. If they play in
Mm-hmm.
Kansas, if they play in Kansas in the city of Manhattan, they better not walk in that little old town and walk out with an L. That little
gotta-
stadium.
Man, there's a lot of teams in that conference.
he got to keep them focused throughout the year, though, man. I can't see them start like they did last year and then just fall off like that. They gotta play 4 quarters every week. Every week.
He just didn't have he didn't have the horses, man. He did
No,
not
he
have.
didn't. He didn't have the depth. You
Yeah,
said
he didn't have the horses, the depth. I mean, yeah, he had 2 outstanding players, Travis Hunter and his son, and everybody else was okay.
Mhm. Yeah,
no,
you're right.
you had what's the name, the receiver.
Yeah, they did have a receiver.
They had a couple of receivers. That running back wasn't bad either. I think It's going to be the quarterback play
Okay,
of
hold on.
Sanders.
I'm about to
It was the
disagree with you.
offensive line that did it
Hold
man
on, I'm about
last
to
year.
disagree
It
with
was
you on that one. I know they
Who?
had some good players, but if your top defensive player becomes your top
Yeah, you're
wide
right.
receiver,
But
if your
you know,
top defensive player becomes your top offensive player, you can't tell me he has some great wide receivers. If this dude come off the defense and now he's your top
That's
number
like
one wide receiver,
that's like
but
negative
that
depth.
was part of the
you can't
problem
tell
though.
me.
That was
You
part of the
can't.
problem too.
What you mean?
That he was always looking for Travis Hunter when he was out there
But he was
instead of those
old.
other players.
Were they old?
And
Sometimes.
no. If you watch those games, man, if you watch those games, that's what he was looking at, and that's how he got sacked all them times. It wasn't always on that line.
I don't know.
I tell you
Well,
what
he
else.
do hold the ball a lot now.
They gonna be facing
We'll see. I don't know. I'm gonna
they're
disagree
gonna be
with you on that
facing
one.
a
I take it.
different breed of defense too in that Big 12. Pac-12 had probably the worst defense
Yeah, they did. Yeah,
of any conference.
yeah.
So it's
Outside
gonna
of
be a
the Oregon
different,
Ducks, outside of the
yeah,
Ducks,
outside of Oregon. Yep,
yeah, outside of Oregon, maybe Utah State.
yep,
The Utah, they had a good defense,
yeah.
a
They
little
was in the
bit.
pack last year.
Yeah, outside of
It's gonna be
Utah.
different now.
So so all of them came to the Big 12. Utah State,
Arizona.
Arizona State.
No, I don't
Okay.
know. Yeah, Arizona State. Yeah, they all came up in there. That's true.
So is anybody?
Yeah,
Is
Arizona
there still
State, yeah.
and it's still a Pac-12? And Oregon still over there? What about Washington?
Just Oregon and
Not
Nah,
Oregon.
Oregon State
Oregon State. Yeah, Oregon State, not Oregon.
and Washington State, I think.
They got West Virginia, Utah, Texas Tech,
Big
Texas
12.
Christian, Oklahoma, Kansas
Mhm.
State, Kansas, Iowa State, Houston,
They a
Colorado,
massive
Cincinnati,
conference.
Central Florida, BYU, Baylor, and Arizona State and Arizona.
Mm.
This don't sound too intimidating.
It ain't daunting. No,
But so Utah, I say Utah is the cream of the crop.
it
And
is.
then, did you say Central Florida?
Yeah,
yeah.
Oh my
Gus,
God, what
Gus
is wrong with them?
Malzahn in Central Florida.
Come on, man, what's
And you
going
got to look
on
at the
with them?
traveling.
I know they gonna lose
The
every game on the
traveling.
West. Come on, man.
That's what I'm
They
talking
don't-
about in Florida State. Talking about, I was talking to David about Florida
Yeah.
State. Going out of conference trying to go play, especially out on the West Coast. You got to look at the fans. Man, they'll be
Yeah.
getting killed travel wise.
I don't mind if you playing one game, but you got to play multiple games,
When you got to go out to
Yeah.
play Cal
multiple
and Stanford.
times. I mean, that's what USC and UCLA about to feel. You got to travel across country multiple times, and I would have a game as early as possible. If I'm in the if they playing me in the Eastern Central Time Zone, that game kickoff is at 11 o'clock. So they think it's 8 o'clock in the morning when they playing football.
You ain't lying.
I'm gonna play
They
that game
play
at
at
11
12.
o'clock every Saturday morning. If I got to play that,
That's what Texas gonna have to play Michigan 11 o'clock.
But they Texas used to play early games though.
That's true because they in the middle
Yeah.
in the mountain zone or whatever,
Yeah.
or they might be central. I don't know, but yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
I
What
definitely
about Notre Dame this year? Let me see what they got.
Man, they got 3 teams. I think somebody said they basically got 3 teams scheduled. Now it's 3 pretty serious teams, but the rest of their junk is soft.
Yeah, it's just like every year. It's just every year. Notre Dame is there every year, and then it comes down to them probably playing somebody like, I don't know, Penn State. I don't know, whoever they got to play. And
shoot, really not. Well,
they're gonna get in the playoffs just because they Notre Dame, and just like you said, they ain't got nobody to play.
They got to play though.
They got
They got to
Texas
win them though.
A&M, Texas A&M, and
that's one of them.
Florida State and
and
Southern Cal and
USC, and that's really it.
Yeah, that is it.
They got a 3-game schedule. If you want to count Louisville,
and I think they're gonna beat Texas A&M. I think.
I agree.
I don't know.
No, I think they're gonna beat
Texas. It's at Texas, but
that's about the only hard. That's the only part about it. The 12 man, if they can take it on the road and win. But
I tell you,
I think their roster, on paper, they look better than Texas A&M to me.
brother needs like Marcus Freeman, right? That's his name. He got to win. He has to win that game at Texas A&M.
Oh, Notre Dame, yeah.
Notre Dame, yeah. as a coach, he really needs to win that. You take him out because I mean they don't have a conference championship. So if you want to keep it in, if you want to make sure you're got a shoe into the playoff, you have got to win these games. You
Well,
don't
let
have
me
the
put you
conference
like this.
championship.
If y'all want to make a bet, but not after looking at this schedule, you can count Notre Dame in.
In the
They gonna-
playoffs.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Looking
that's
at
what
the
I'm saying.
schedule?
I
Yeah,
just think
they-
they're gonna be in. They may be like the 12th seed, but I think they're just gonna get
Yeah.
in.
If
I know
No,
they gotta
they,
win. I know they
even,
got to win the games, but I think they're gonna get in.
they'll still put them in all those smaller schools.
At large
Teams like
bid. I mean, they got to win. If they still got to win, I think they got to win some games in convincing fashion, what you want to call it.
I only
Sure,
see
man.
hey, they could go undefeated. I ain't gonna lie. Now Florida State isn't the Florida State from last year. Southern
that's
Cal.
what we think.
Hey, it what's his name? The old Clemson quarterback in Florida State. What's his name?
DJ Uiagalelei?
Yeah,
Is he in Florida State?
yeah.
Oh well, we ain't worry about Florida State.
I predicted that, man. Way
He
I
did.
predicted that
He
one.
said you did say that.
Yeah, I predicted he was gonna go to Florida State.
We ain't worry about
It's okay
Florida State,
because a
man.
lot of people predict a lot of things at FSU. I think
Hey,
the
but
last
this-
two. I think in the
Hey,
last 2 years, everybody said we was gonna lose to LSU both years, and we beat the hell out of them both years.
I don't even know why he left Oklahoma State. He was doing extremely well there. So I don't even know why he transferred again.
I
Did
don't
they
know.
change coaches?
Well,
Oklahoma
No,
State
no, they
defense
didn't.
was
They-
terrible.
No, they
Oregon,
didn't.
yeah, it was Oregon State, and they weren't
Yeah.
that great.
Oregon State.
He improved, but I'm not gonna lie. What I think is Florida State coaching staff is worlds better than Oregon State. So I think he
Correct.
felt like he was going to improve even more at Florida
Correct.
State.
And I think he saw Florida State right now could be on the cusp
It
of
is.
being on that national level. He get the TV. He get everybody seeing him on TV in the ACC. So to me, I think it was a better move for him to go down there than stay up there in Oregon
They're
State.
playing with a chip on their shoulder this year.
Yeah, that too.
Who?
Oh, yeah,
Florida
they
State?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they
mad.
are.
They mad.
But I just don't. I think for the ACC, they'll still be top 2, 3 in the ACC. So
Yeah.
I still
Yeah.
think that's one of those teams that could. Well,
Did you pull up the
champion,
ACC?
ACC champion, second ACC champion, get in.
What you want to
So-
look at ACC weekly schedule or what?
I just want to see the teams in the ACC.
Okay.
Oh, it's still the same. Wake
It's about the
Forest,
same.
North Carolina, NC State,
It's you, right?
Miami.
Miami, though, I'm telling people, Miami's going to be a different animal this year. And
They better
I'm
be.
not a fan of them. Yeah.
They better be.
They got a coach. He just got to
They better
tighten
be.
up.
Because they doing a whole lot of talking down there. They better be.
They are. They always
doing
they
a lot
talk
of
the
talking
most.
down
But
there.
you
They better
remember Miami always got the talkers
they
since
talking.
the 80s.
Yeah,
They always
doing a lot
been
of, they doing
talking.
a lot of talking down there. They better be.
Miami, Florida State,
Yeah, look, they missing
and
a few. Right?
Clemson. That's about it.
Clemson,
No,
NC
that's about
State,
it.
North Carolina, Virginia.
I don't
Virginia
even count.
Tech.
North Carolina don't count. North Carolina State ain't doing making much noise. But Miami, Virginia Tech, people sleep on them. They got a quarterback, and they got, like I said, they got the most return production. So Virginia Tech will probably make some noise. I feel like they can get close to 10 wins, make some upsets.
Yeah, I think
And FSU. So
Well, you can pretty much just count Florida State and Clemson in. That ain't even. Y'all don't even have to talk
Or
about that
Pitt,
conference.
yeah.
That's a
most
given.
of the time, pretty much.
The thing about it though,
But
y'all week to week games, like SEC, our whole year we got something to look forward to every week.
absolutely.
These teams here,
the SEC.
yeah.
Pull
the
up
SEC.
Clemson. Pull up Clemson
Yeah,
schedule.
Clemson got a decent little schedule because of Georgia. Because they
Man,
got Georgia. But
Man.
Georgia and Florida State. But it's not like, I mean, it ain't like Bama, Texas, Georgia, nothing like that.
and I hate Alabama's schedule where they got Oklahoma and Auburn at the end. I hated that. I was like, oh my
Yeah, that
God.
sucks. Yeah.
I saw that, I was
Terrible.
like, oh my God, why you put this at the end of the schedule? But
I could almost put money there. I think the over or under for Clemson is 9.5. I'm very much heavily considering putting money on the under. I'm really
Ooh.
positive they are not going to get 9
Wow.
wins.
You
Last year
really,
they had 9 with the bowl game.
yeah. Whoa.
Not
That's
this
gonna be
year.
it could happen. I ain't gonna say it couldn't happen, but I'm still gonna ride with Dabo till the wheels fall off.
So how many games y'all see Clemson losing right there?
I see
I don't
4.
know.
Maybe, like I said, I think it. I'm riding with Dabo. I think Dabo gonna shock the world.
I see Georgia.
Okay.
You got
He would have to.
Georgia.
He would have to shock the
I think
world.
Dabo gonna shock the world, and he about to bring. I think they may be the ACC champion at the end of this thing, but we'll see
I can
what
see
happens.
that.
I think they will be the ACC
Uh,
champion.
I see they lose. I see them losing to Georgia and South Carolina.
I don't care about that game.
I don't think they're gonna lose to South Carolina.
I don't care about that
Not
game.
even that. I think
I
they're
care
gonna
about
lose to
I care
the
about the
ACC.
ACC games.
Yeah,
I care
I
about them
see them
games.
losing Georgia. They're gonna lose to North Carolina State. They're gonna lose to Florida State
Ooh,
and Virginia Tech.
are they ranked right now?
Who is that?
Clemson.
Yeah, they're like 16th or something.
14.
14.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, actually, people have been talking about NC State. So I don't really know too much about NC State.
NC State is just a team that'll upset. They're the type of team that upsets another ACC team. That's all.
Yeah, they will show up. They will.
They like
They'll
Auburn.
show up.
Pretty much like
Yeah,
Auburn.
yeah,
Sure.
exactly. They're Auburn.
Yeah, last year they had that decent defense. I don't know if they're gonna bring that to the table again this year. But I'm still going with Dabo to get that.
True.
I think Dabo gonna get that fifth. That fifth.
What?
I think his glory days
What
might
is it?
be over.
Was
I
it?
think
Might
it's
be a
over
five?
with.
Was the five?
It's
coming?
over
Yeah, I
with.
agree. I think
What
his
is it?
Dabo
glory
can't
days are
recruit
behind him.
anymore.
I
He
know
can't.
recruit.
He don't want to recruit. He don't
He don't
want
wanna
to go in the
transfer.
portal.
I'm leaning into Dabo's coaching experience. Okay.
He better coaches behind him.
I ain't gonna get it.
Hey, the
I'm
man
leaning-
who
I'm leaning
brought the defense is at Oklahoma now. So
Yeah.
I know. I'm leaning. Look here.
And that's the only thing they still got. They will always have a stout defense. That's the only thing they keep in the games. The offense is
Yeah.
got to be garbage.
I'm
I
leaning
think
into Dabo.
Virginia Tech got their first game is supposed to be a good game. I think who they play Virginia Tech the first game.
That's a good
Who?
question. I wonder.
Virginia Tech. Let me see. What are they?
I think they played the first week.
To Clemson?
Virginia Tech. No, they don't play Clemson. They
It's
play
like week
no.
4.
They got a little schedule. They ain't got nobody serious. They actually
Let me
start with
see.
Vanderbilt. So
Yeah,
they should.
Vanderbilt. Yeah, they got
Vanderbilt.
Man, looking at the schedule, that's why you can't sleep on Virginia Tech. Now you talking about running through like Missouri could run through and go in there with maybe 1 or 2 losses. Virginia Tech should easily start 4-0.
Let's see.
They got
got
Vanderbilt, Marshall, Old
Marshall.
Dominion, and then Rutgers.
Rutgers.
Then
Then
they
they
gotta
play
go.
Miami.
Then they got to go to Miami. Now they
Yeah.
probably catch a loss there, but if they do, they'll probably both be 4-0
But I'm
when they
looking
play
at
each other.
the championship. Because that'll get you in automatically.
Yeah.
That get you in automatically. Just win your conference. That gets you in. That gets you, I think, if I'm not mistaken, one of the top 5 spots.
Yeah, you
Then
get a bye
everybody
week.
else. Then everybody get at large bids
Mhm.
bids on the other
You
bottom side. Don't matter what your rank, what your record is, win the conference.
You
And
get the
you
bye
in.
week and you
Yep.
win.
Yep.
Mhm.
Get the conference. That's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for teams to win the conference. So again,
Come on
The-
now. We
the play-
already
the-
know.
the
So-
playoffs is gonna make this a whole. It's gonna take a lot off of some of the pressure of some of these games that when you used to lose and you out completely. So now you can lose now you can go play the bigger schools outside your conference and you can take that loss and you can
Yeah.
play them. You can lose to them in the middle of the season. Take that loss, and just get back into your conference and hopefully you win your conference and at least get to the championship game and then see what happens from that point on. But
Hey,
yeah,
the
so I
only thing's in doubt is who's gonna win the SEC. We already know in other conference gonna be Michigan, Ohio State,
Whoa.
Florida
Oh, you-
State, or either Clemson.
Oh, okay,
Uh,
okay.
I agree.
Okay, I see.
Yeah, so you
Okay.
know we already know. So basically, just up. Is it gonna be I hate to say it. I say
Now-
either Texas or Georgia.
I wouldn't say that about the Big Ten yet, though. I count Michigan.
Yeah.
I say Ohio State or Oregon.
Thank you. Bye bye.
Notre
Michigan.
Dame's gonna be in. We know Notre Dame's gonna
No
be
Notre
in.
Dame. I'd say with the Big 12,
Utah.
that's pretty up in the air.
Utah. I say Utah.
Probably.
Yeah,
Utah
Utah.
gonna get in. Yeah. So
Yeah, it's probably gonna be Utah or Kansas State.
and
They
then
don't
again,
ever play out.
Like I said, the SEC teams, you just want to win the SEC because you don't want to play 5 games
Right.
after going through a SEC schedule.
After the SEC schedule.
Yeah.
true.
Wait
So-
on it. You know, the way this thing can shake out, man, this is gonna be. You're gonna end up paying. You're gonna play somebody else. If y'all saying 4 teams from the SEC, you're gonna end up playing them again. So you
Oh,
gonna
yeah.
play 2. You probably, if you're in the SEC, you
Yeah.
probably gonna play somebody you already played once. You gonna play them again.
Ain't very possible.
Yeah, more
Get a
likely.
rematch.
In the playoffs, you gonna play them again, and you might end up playing them in the championship game if you get that far.
Mm-hmm. You probably
If
could get a
you get
rematch like
far.
that.
Yeah, you might play them 3 times. Alabama and Georgia could play 3 times.
That is true.
Yeah,
That
with the
is
conference champion.
Yep, that is true.
Yeah.
That is so true. Because if you do the simulation through college, the NCAA college football game, they had 2 SECs and teams in the final game, like 2 times.
Damn.
Yeah.
2 times.
I can imagine that.
Mhm.
2 times. I was like,
Well,
man.
fellas, I ain't gonna hold y'all up. It's Sunday night, man. I'm glad y'all got on, man.
Okay,
Mhm.
man, it was good, man. Let's keep it going.
Hey,
One
we're
day
gonna
Yeah.
next week.
pick another night when y'all want to do it. We can do it on the regular, especially when season start.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cause remember the
Yeah, no
season start
problem.
Thursday night, right?
Yeah, college football starts.
No, not till Saturday.
Saturday.
Yeah, Saturday. Yeah,
Yeah,
it is
okay.
Saturday.
Florida State's the first game of the year. We
Yeah.
play in
Oh.
Ireland at 11 o'clock Saturday morning.
Well, that's
Oh,
good
this
because-
Saturday.
Yep,
Yeah.
this coming Saturday,
This
week
Saturday.
0.
Yep.
Mhm.
Yep. 24
Mhm.
week 0. Yep.
Okay.
Week 0.
Okay.
Yep.
All right,
gentlemen.
fellas. Well, we'll get in touch again. We'll see when we're gonna do this again.
Okay, then, man. All
Yeah,
right.
All right.
I'm down with that. All
All
right,
right.
Y'all be good.
All right,
Yeah.
man. Y'all have a good evening.
fellas. You
Yep.
too.
Go.